Hello, everyone, and welcome to one of the Halloween editions of Cinema Picks of the Week. I am Paul Westbrook, and I'm wearing a different kind of a mask this time. Wearing one more for the facial thing, just to get ready into the season. So, wishing everybody out there, hopefully, a good Halloween. That's going to be something to look forward to. Anyway, let's get on to the movies. Today's movie we're going to be talking about briefly is Sorority Row, which is the remake of an earlier movie from the 80s called The House on Sorority Row. It's about a group of girls. They're like a clique, and there's a murder. They form a pact never to talk about it, and then years later, at the sorority, something happens that I guess one of the victims I guess comes back, or there's a killer that's killing the girls at the college who apparently were either implicated in this murder or knew something about it. And it's like one of your slasher films for the time, because there was a lot of good slasher movies in the early 80s, and this one here is Sorority Row, and you got the group of girls there in the front of the film, and yeah, and they're the ones, I guess, that are involved in this murder that had happened, and they'd tried to suppress it. But apparently, like I said, the killer comes back to the school, starts slaughtering everybody, and it's one of those really good slasher movies that you could just shut your brain off for a little while and enjoy. And I had seen the original House of Sorority Row, I think in the early 80s, around 83 or so, by the time it was out. Even though Halloween was the precursor for most of the slasher films, Sorority Row, I think, really brought it into prominence, and it's certainly one of the better slasher horror films. I'd say more of a slasher film because you have like the killer, and then you have the knife being used and people getting just slaughtered all over the place. And I definitely liked it, and I would say that if you like slasher movies, this is certainly one that you would want to see if you haven't seen the original, and then get yourself familiar with the original one first if you can get that, and then see this one after, because yeah, they're really good and best to watch late at night. So if you like those type of movies, go for it and see if you find it on Amazon, find it at your local store. It should still be at the local store, so you should be able to purchase this one almost right away. So, that being said, that was a little bit of a look at House and Sorority Row, aka Sorority Row. And, oh yes, I forgot to mention, Carrie Fisher from the Princess Leia from the Star Wars movies, the late Carrie Fisher actually plays the teacher in this one. Just thought I'd give you that little bit of tidbit. So, I remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you send a comment. Make sure you send some questions if you want to ask us questions, because we always welcome that sort of thing. And this is Paul Westbrook reminding you that I'll be seeing you at the movies.